The ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. The ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. The ceremony is about to begin. Please find your seats and silence your electronic devices. The ceremony is about to begin. Please find your seats and silence your electronic devices. Please remain standing or rise as able for the invocation given by Chadaria Blue, graduating with a bachelor's degree in marine biology. Welcome, Chadaria.
Howdy. Okay, if no one knows, I know I usually go by Blue, in case y'all didn't recognize Chadaria. It's me. Please join me in a posture of prayer, self-reflection, or appreciation. We come together today with gratitude, having met the challenges, attained the knowledge, gained the experience, and achieved our chosen goal to graduate this day from our beloved Texas A&M University. Today is not just about our individual sense of achievement, but also about all that has brought us to this time and place. We give thanks for all friends, family, professors, and mentors who have surrounded us with love and support and given their entire selves in teaching and showing us what it means to be an Aggie. All these degrees conferred, let all who gather here please leave this place resolved to honor all the values we have come to know in the Aggie spirit: excellence, integrity, leadership, loyalty, respect, and selfless service. May we go today to work alongside our fellow Aggies and citizens to serve our communities, nation, and the world for a greater good of all. Amen.
Thank you, Shadiria. As we turn, please remain standing or rise. I apologize. As we turn to face our nation's flag with your hand over your heart, please join us in singing the national anthem. Please be seated. Please welcome today's Commencement Master of Ceremonies, Colonel Michael E. Fossum, Vice President, Texas A&M University, Chief Operating Officer, Texas A&M University at Galveston, and Superintendent of the Texas A&M Maritime Academy.
Howdy. Howdy. And good evening. It is a great day in Aggie land. Welcome to the Texas A&M University at Galveston Commencement Ceremony, where we celebrate a momentous occasion and giant milestone with today's Aggies by the Sea Fall 2021 graduating class. Today's ceremony is one of 7 commencements for Texas A&M University this semester, where we acknowledge the accomplishment and commitment of 5,504 of our students at the doctoral, master's, and bachelor levels, both here in Galveston and in College Station. This ceremony is a little bit different tonight because we've got half of you here tonight while the rest of your class will be graduating tomorrow morning. I'm incredibly grateful to be with you to celebrate your accomplishments. You have each overcome tremendous odds in earning your degree in spite of the historic events and obstacles to overcome the past few years. You've endured hurricanes, floods, a global pandemic, and then the deep freeze of last winter, or snowvid as we like to call it. The experiences that you've navigated have made you even stronger and more resilient than you could have ever imagined or maybe even wanted. As these ceremonies conclude, you will join the more than 500,000 Aggie graduates around the globe. You are continuing a tradition born of our mission as the public Tier 1 research, land, sea, and space grant institution for Texas. Today's ceremony and celebration is about you, the graduates, and I want to take a moment to applaud your dedication and Aggie grit that has brought you here today. Graduates, you've reached one of the most important milestones of your life. While today's ceremony is about you, the graduate, it's important not to forget those individuals who helped you along the way. Graduating senior Haley Valdez, class of 21, has prepared a few words of appreciation recognizing these individuals. Come on up, Haley. Haley has earned a Bachelor of Science degree in marine biology. Her accomplishments include serving as president of the A&M Galveston Choir, president of Tiki Camp, the equivalent to a fish or camp for freshman students on the Galveston campus. She's been president of the Residence Hall Association, as well as the marketing chair for the 2021 Regional Leadership Conference and media leader for Lambda Kappa Alpha Honor Society. Haley's leadership, selfless service, and dedication certainly exemplify the Aggie core values, and I have no idea how you had time to go to class. Please welcome Haley Valdez.
Howdy. My name is Haley Valdez, and it is a great honor to be able to speak to you today as not only a peer, a colleague, a friend, but most importantly, a fellow Aggie. As a non-traditional student, I've spent the past 2.5 years here, and I never thought, like many of you, that I'd believe that the time here was too short. I can compare the original thought of my experience here to a 2 a.m. Whataburger run, where a quick bite to eat is the goal, yet anyone who has done this knows the truth behind the scenario. That 15-minute trip turns into 2 hours, and the line is exceedingly long and slow, but there is great conversation with your friends in the back seat with the music blasting in the background. That comparable experience is what I felt here at Texas A&M Galveston. I expected a get-in, get-out experience, but instead I experienced amazing education, unbelievable opportunities, and even better company. I cannot be happier to be wrong. I can see why so many people choose to stay through the restless bustle of days, the chaos of nights, and that is not even considering the late-night exam preps, projects, and due dates. Yet I never thought I would ask, where did the time go? And why am I so sad about it? Like the rain washing over our poor, unprepared souls during the daily tropical storm and bi-weekly hurricane, all the pain, challenges, and anxiety have seemed to have washed away, leaving triumph, pride, and humility. And trust me, if we did not have humility before, we have it now. Something we did not expect, but made us stronger for sure. Need I even say it? Our ability to transcend difficulty, challenge, and much less technology, changing from ocean classroom to cloud, proves the very core of being, our blood, the spirit that makes us human, that makes us Aggies. But as difficult as this is, we would not have been able to do this without our support structures. And these structures come from many different places. For me, my support structure started with Rachel Ball. Whether it was a scheduling issue or my world was falling apart, her door and heart were open to me. At that time, I did not know that I would become so close to her, but eventually I became her teaching assistant for the Hullabaloo U course, and she became my mentor. For me, my mentor was Rachel Ball, but for you, it could have been Rachel Sellers or staff like Mariska Wright, who no matter what is going on in your life, the moment you step into her office, you're her priority and the object of her compassion and understanding. There were so many staff on campus that could have served that same role for you. But the support extends beyond advisors and staff. Whether it was Professor Mona Hockman cultivating our knowledge in Biology 1, 2, or marine zoology, building our foundation as scientists from the ground up, or Dr. Miglietta buffing out our knowledge of genetics, as challenging as it was, they all played a fundamental role in our knowledge, dreams, and our perpetuating successes. Without Dr. Holla and Dr. Peterson, I would have never known my passion lies in research, as they have cultivated my explorative heart through the toxicology lab and sea life facility. In the lab, we have our teacher assistants, where you would not believe how much you can develop a family 3 hours every week with TAs like you and Mekki and Preston Chang. However, in my day-to-day life, my friends were an essential buffer to the daily stresses, anxieties, and woes. Whether it was playing Pokemon Go in the cafeteria with Raquel and Mitchell, or rebuilding the Tama Choir from the ground up with Angie, or the restless nights working with Chloe in order to prepare for the 2021 SWACR Leadership Conference, these essential people played a massive role in my success, much less my sanity. However, when all else fails, the people we run back to are our parents, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, and grandparents. Mom, Dad, Valerie, Randy, thank you for cultivating me and teaching me what it means to love. Parents, family members, thank you for teaching us it's okay to struggle and get back to struggle and persist, time and time again. Although it is us walking across the stage today, the degrees we receive are only because of you, staff, faculty, friends, and family. And we would not have made it without you. So for the class of 2021, thank you from the bottom of our hearts and the full essence of our souls.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Haley. Graduates, they are all here with you. They are your family, your friends, your peers and coworkers who have been extraordinarily important in your development as a student and as a person. You have sought guidance from some, celebrated with others, and leaned on the support of those closest during the tough times. Today's not an end to these important connections and relationships. No doubt you'll continue to lean on this foundation of support and continue to share the excitement of successes together as you move along life's journey. Graduates, would you please rise and applaud those who have contributed so much in bringing you to this place today? Go ahead. Turn around and face them. You look at them. Okay, you can be seated. Thank you. I'm thankful for the exceptional faculty who have instructed, advised, counseled, and cajoled you during your years at Texas A&M University at Galveston. Our faculty are amazing. Would all members of the faculty please rise and be recognized? All right, thank you. Our faculty are led by their faculty colleagues who serve in key administrative roles supporting teaching, research, and outreach activities. Right now, my right hand, Dr. Antonietta Quigg, our tireless Interim Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs and Associate Provost of Texas A&M University, will come forward to introduce our academic leaders seated on the stage.
Okay, thank you. Please stand as I recognize and call your name. So for Marine and Coastal Environmental Sciences, Dr. Carl Kaiser. For Foundational Sciences, Mr. Carl Aronson. And for Marine Biology, Dr. Anna Armitage.
Thank you, Dr. Quigg, and members of the faculty for the exceptional work you do. I also want to recognize graduates, members of the stage party, and guests in the audience who have served our country in one of the armed forces. The red, white, and blue cords worn by graduates and members of the stage party signify a veteran's status for these individuals. Would all veterans, including those in our audience, please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for answering the call to serve our great nation. Next, I'm pleased to introduce our distinguished guests and university administrators with us today. Please withhold your applause until all of the introductions are complete. First, you've already met her, but Dr. Antonietta Quigg, the Interim Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs and Associate Provost of Texas A&M University, who's also the Senior Associate Vice President for Research and Graduate Studies. She's very busy. Next, Ms. Kathy Mann, class of 92, a great friend of our campus. She's the immediate past chair of the Texas A&M Association of Former Students. All right. Next, Mr. Bob Fry. He's chairman of the Board of Visitors for the Galveston campus of Texas A&M. Then Donna Lang, Associate Vice President for Academic Operations and announcer for this evening's ceremony. There she is. Now, Dr. Carol Bunch Davis, Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs. And Ms. Kelly Angel, Interim Director, Student Enrollment Services. There we go. Please join me in recognizing these outstanding leaders. Texas A&M University at Galveston holds a unique position as a branch campus to Texas A&M University and member of the Texas A&M University System, the nation's most comprehensive system of higher education in America. We're honored to have greetings from the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents Chairman Tim Leach and the Honorable John Sharp, Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System, in the form of video messages. Please turn to the nearest screens.
Hello, I'm John Sharp, Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System, and it's my honor and privilege to congratulate you, the graduates, but also to acknowledge your family and loved ones who supported you on this journey. As college graduates, you're more prepared than most to adapt to change, and change will come many, many times in your life. and I have no doubt you're prepared for it, thanks in large part to what you learned during your time at this great university. I urge you to stay in touch with your alma mater as you take your place in society and begin raising your own families. So, on behalf of the Texas A&M University System's faculty, staff, administration, congratulations to you, your families, friends, and loved ones who celebrate with you today. And Godspeed and gig 'em.
All right.
Hello, I'm Tim Leach of the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System. I'm honored to bring you greetings on behalf of the entire board. Today's a special day as you prepare to walk across this stage and into the next chapter of your lives. Think back on the excitement you felt when you first arrived here, the anticipation of that first day of class, the wins and losses, the successes and failures, the hard work and sacrifice to reach your goals. Each of you should be very proud of what you've accomplished. We are. I wish you the best of luck. Remember, work hard, show up on time, and tell the truth. Now, by the authority of the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents, it's my sincere pleasure to authorize the university to confer the academic degree for which you've been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
All right. Now it's time to recognize our Fall 2021 graduates. At this time, please welcome Dr. Antonetta Quigg back to the podium for the presentation of degree candidates and to confer the degrees.
Okay. It is my privilege to ask all degree candidates to rise as able. Please stand. Colonel Fossum, honored guests, based upon the recommendation of the faculty of Texas A&M University at Galveston, I certify that these candidates have fulfilled all the academic requirements necessary for receiving a diploma. I am honored to present them for awarding of their respective degrees. Today, you will join your fellow Aggies from campuses and sites from as far as Doha in Qatar to College Station and from educational sites across Texas to here in Galveston as you achieve your goal of graduating from A&M University. This reflects resilience, it reflects tireless effort and commitment to excellence from each of you, from your professors, and from all the staff at Texas A&M University at Galveston. And if I may also say, just a resounding amount of resilience and patience and all the things that we think of as Aggie core values. You guys have been through a lot and you've made it. And as you go through life, reflect back on all your achievements and remember all those things. As Colonel Fossum said, you've survived floods, hurricanes, snowvid. Hey, we threw it at you, and you did really well. Remember that and treasure that as you go through your life, and just know that you're going to be successful in whatever you do. Okay, back to the speech, sorry. As one university, you join your fellow classmates, wherever they may be, in reflecting on the impact of your unique Aggie educational experience. I am proud to see you, our Aggies by the sea, continuing the legacy of our shared core values and the embodiment of the Aggie spirit, for which we are known around the world. Now, with that said, and with all of you standing, upon the recommendation of the faculty of Texas A&M University at Galveston and the authority vested in Texas A&M University by the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System and the state of Texas, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree to which you're entitled, with all the rights, the privileges, and the responsibilities pertaining thereto. Let me be among the first to congratulate you. Well done.
Very well done. Thank you, Dr. Quigg. Congratulations, graduates. Now please be seated, just temporarily. We're going to get on with it here. Once you receive your diploma, we'll be calling you up. Please return to your seat and remain seated until all graduates have received their diplomas. Let's roll.
Will the degree candidate for the Master of Science in Marine Biology please rise and come forward? Shannon Deanne Ainsworth. Will the degree candidate for the Master of Marine Resources Management please rise and come forward? Alexander Henry Arthur Nelson. Will the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in University Studies with a concentration in Oceans and One Health please rise and come forward? Nicole Jaramillo Meza. Emily Celeste Reyes. Will the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Marine Biology please rise and come forward? Dalton Cole Anthony.
Let's wait till.
Erica Lynn Baker. Chadiria M. Blue. Carolina Paulette Cadena. Kaylin Renee Kreitz. Ahmad Jose Delgado Velez. Lauren Paige Dollar. Nicholas Morse Dominic, cum laude. Kai Morgan Eschbach, cum laude. Yeah. All good. Channing Abigail Green, magna cum laude, Galveston honors. Katrina Lynn Hammonds. Taylor Christine Hayes. Jessica Ann Abear. Cum laude. Jessica is also receiving her Bachelor of Science in Marine Fisheries. Jordan Charles Howery. Kara Mackenzie Howren. Jacob Allen Kreischer. Nicholas Antonio Ledesma Lorbutino, cum laude.
Thank you, Dr. Howard. Welcome to the association. Thank you so much.
Katie Nicole Mossick, cum laude. Rainey Rochelle Mannery. Rainey is also receiving her Bachelor of Science in Marine Fisheries. Cameron Lee Manka. Natasha Nicole Moment. Jacqueline Bao Tran Lam Nguyen. Adia Marissa Reynolds. Adia is also receiving her Bachelor of Science in Marine Fisheries. Jacinda Marie Rodriguez. Melanie Marie Rugg. Magna cum laude. Madison Page Rutherford. I just want to keep you. No? I got it. You understand. Oh. 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 That's going to be challenging. Edsel Gabriel Santoni. Undergraduate Research Scholar. Anna Faye Sinnigan, magna cum laude. Having fun? Jakayla Renee Thorley. Victoria Grace Tollett.
That's my son's girlfriend.
Oh. That's a good one. Haley Diane Valdez. Cum laude, Galveston Honors. Erin Christina Villa. Will the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Coastal Environmental Science and Society please rise and come forward? Emily Elizabeth Brockington. Samuel David Chavez. JP Brody Irwin. Nathan David Pierce. Will the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Marine Sciences please rise and come forward? Brielle Emily Mefford. Maya Elizabeth Mendonza. William Morris Waldman.
We're still finishing up a few photos over here, but you can hear me. Graduates, with your graduation today, you have become a member of a remarkable alumni organization, the Association of Former Students of Texas A&M University. We're very honored tonight to have Miss Kathy Mann, class of '92, bring those greetings to you from the association. She's the immediate past chair of the Association of Former Students. Kathy, welcome back.
Howdy. Howdy. On behalf of the Association of Former Students and our worldwide Aggie network, congratulations to each of you on your graduation. As you join the ranks of our former students, you continue the 142-year tradition of service and support established and continued by the generations of Aggies who walked our campuses before you. Created by our first former students in 1879 and nurtured by generation after generation of Aggies over the last century and a half, the Association of Former Students annually provides critical and tangible financial support to our university, which is unmatched and unrivaled by any other alumni organization in the world. Today, we welcome you as members of the premier alumni association in the country. Will our newest former students please rise as able? The association you inherit today was founded and exists to promote the interest and welfare of Texas A&M and to perpetuate the ties of camaraderie formed during university days. It is my distinct privilege to officially induct and welcome you into the Association of Former Students of Texas A&M University. To signify this important transition, I ask each of our graduates to take a moment and look at your Aggie ring. If you do not have an Aggie ring today, rest assured you are and always will be an important part of our worldwide Aggie network, and you can order your ring at any time through the Association of Former Students. Our ring reminds us of our core values of excellence, integrity, leadership, loyalty, respect, and selfless service, and also of the vast Aggie network to which we all proudly belong. Since earning your Aggie ring, your class year has faced you. At this time, I ask you to remove your ring and turn it so that your class year now points outward as a proud former student of Texas A&M. As an Aggie, you are never alone, and joining you on your path are your outstanding Texas A&M education, our core values, and our worldwide Aggie network. Throughout your journey, wear your Aggie ring with pride, and remember that you are forever a Texas Aggie. Future generations of Aggies will look to you for inspiration and leadership. Many of you are already supporting these future Aggies through your gifts to the Association of Former Students. Thank you. I encourage you to continue that support annually and to participate in Aggie Muster. Join a local A&M club or constituent network like the Sea Aggie Former Student Network, and simply be the best Aggie you can be. Please visit us at the Clayton W. Williams Jr. Alumni Building whenever you're in College Station, or online at aggienetwork.com to learn more about how you can remain involved with Texas A&M. Aggies helping Aggies is our oldest Aggie tradition. Thank you for continuing this tradition for the Aggies who will follow in your footsteps, just as those who've helped you. Congratulations and gig 'em. You may be seated.
All right, thank you, Kathy. Now it's my turn. Get comfortable. I got a little story for you, Ags. I've been blessed to live out, I'm talking mostly to y'all. I've been blessed to live out my childhood dream of flying in 3 space missions, helping build the International Space Station as a spacewalker, and serving as the commander of that space station during my 6-month mission 10 years ago. It was pure exhilaration to be strapped into a 4.5 million pound space shuttle being hurtled from the planet with 7.5 million pounds of thrust until we reached orbit at 17,500 miles per hour. I loved being able to watch 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every day as we circled the planet every 90 minutes, and flying like a Marvel character through the space station, or hanging white-knuckled, admittedly at first, beneath the airlock looking down at my feet with planet Earth going by at 5 miles a second, 250 miles below. It was an experience that pales in comparison to all others, and let me tell you, if they call me tomorrow and tell me they need an old guy to go to Mars, I am out of here. Not likely. It's been a long road, over 4 decades since I graduated from Texas A&M University and commissioned into the Air Force. Watching the Apollo 11 moon landing in July of 1969 as a child from my home on the Mexican border in South Texas sparked a vague desire to fly in space. But that dream was buried by laughter from those with whom I shared it, and the hard realities of struggling through school because, frankly, I was a bit of a slacker who never stood out. I didn't really believe that childish perhaps, dream could become true. I was literally just scraping by. Now when I return to my hometown for class reunions, it's always a little awkward because they treat me like some kind of celebrity. It's still baffling. A few years ago, I was chatting with someone at a reunion I really hadn't seen since graduation. Rather abruptly, Clyde says to me, "You were the guy who was always flying under the radar, and now you've done all these amazing things. What happened to you?" Well, I didn't know what to answer at the time, but the question prompted me to reflect on critical events and people I've encountered along my path. And the answer finally became apparent. Many years ago, someone believed in me, and that gave me the courage to finally believe in myself. At A&M, though I spent too much time sitting in the back row in classrooms and being rowdy with friends at night, my time as a cadet was transformational, and it really solidified my values. I internalized the life-changing values about camaraderie, loyalty, and teamwork, leadership, integrity, and selfless service, humility, dignity, and pride, duty and honor, love and respect, not as mere words, but as a way of life. I'll never forget silver taps for dear friends who were lost too soon. Some of you have known that. Or my first Aggie muster with somber voices answering here, where I realized someday my name would be called in that final roll call. Over time, I realized you're not an Aggie only during the short time you're a student. You're an Aggie for life. And even after your days are done, you're still an Aggie as long as your friends and loved ones are there to answer for you. After graduation from Texas A&M and then graduate school in Ohio, I was looking for any Air Force job that would get me back to Texas. And I stumbled into this special duty assignment as an Air Force officer loaned over to Johnson Space Center just up the road here. Well, I applied for that job and repeatedly called the Air Force Personnel Center in San Antonio, but I got no response. Mind you, this was a long time before emails. Okay, in desperation, I drove all the way from Dayton, Ohio, and walked into Captain O'Connor's office in San Antonio and introduced myself as the guy that was calling him about that job at NASA. He was in shock that I had made the effort to come see him in person. Within 2 minutes, he told me I had the job. He didn't need to know I was actually on the way to South Texas to visit my family when I dropped by. Unimportant. I was soon thrilled to be working in mission control, supporting missions beginning with the third flight of the new space shuttle. How cool is that? Better yet, my office was right down the hall from the astronaut office. My heroes, these are the people I used to dream about becoming. I soon learned my heroes were really normal people doing an outrageous job. Now, I loved working at NASA, and I could easily see myself there forever. As soon as my Air Force commitment was completed, I was just going to get out and become a civil servant there. Then one day, an Air Force astronaut with an engineering background who was friendly to this lowly lieutenant kind of pulled me aside. As we sat and chatted in his office, he shocked me by saying I could have his job someday, but I needed to do two things. One, I needed to go to Air Force test pilot school, and two, I needed to quit clowning around and step up my game. Now, that second one stung a little bit, but I knew he was right. About a year later, I found myself at Edwards Air Force Base in the Air Force Test Pilot School located in the California Mojave Desert. As a flight test engineering student, I was in way over my head. I'd never been in a Cessna, much less a supersonic jet. Within weeks, I was strapped into T-38 and F-4 aircraft to put classroom theory to the test. Over the course of that year, I was to get flight time in over 20 other aircraft, including B-52s, helicopters, and even unpowered gliders. And here's the key. I knew that my job selection coming out of test pilot school was based on my class rank, and I was determined I was going to have the opportunity to fly fast and break things in fighter aircraft like the F-16 Fighting Falcon. I was living my life in full afterburner and poured everything I had into learning these aircraft, conducting flight tests, analyzing data, and writing reports through the night at the same time I was preparing for the next day's mission. The dedication paid off. Finishing as the #1 engineer in my class opened the door to me to immediately moved into the primo job as the chief engineer in F-16 Special Projects at Edwards Air Force Base. And that was my entrance into the classified world of flight test, where I served and thrived for the next 7 years in California and Nevada. I continued my career with the same intensification of my work ethic all along, carried it forward into everything I did. Well, fast forward, after 13 years of applying and being rejected repeatedly by NASA, I was finally selected as an astronaut. In hindsight, I realized this all became possible because astronaut Colonel Ellison Onizuka told me that he believed in me and knew I could do great things. His belief fueled in me a burning desire to not only succeed, but to strive for excellence in every possible way. Sadly, I was never able to thank my friend El. Less than 2 months after I graduated from test pilot school, Space Shuttle Challenger exploded during launch, killing Ellison and the rest of his crew. It was a devastating and shocking blow, which further fueled my desire to prove him right. I continued to lead forward with everything I had to live up to El's high expectation of me, and I still do today. The power in El's gift is what drives me to encourage you here today to reach for your dream with a confidence in yourself, harnessing your own internal strength in pursuit of excellence. As we celebrate your milestone in graduation today, Look back at those who have encouraged and inspired you. Your success in the years ahead will depend greatly on your ability to push hard, work well with others, pick yourself up when you get knocked down, because you will, and learn from your mistakes while proving yourself repeatedly in the arenas of life. Surround yourself with those who inspire you to reach your next step, and pay it forward by extending a hand to others to help them along the journey. The world is crying out for leaders with integrity, who strive for excellence, who are loyal to those whom loyalty is due, who consistently demonstrate respect for others, and who live their lives in selfless service. As you leave this place and enter that outside world today, I have the full confidence that you will do so with the grit, determination, professionalism, and positive can-do attitude for which Aggies are known all over this planet and beyond. Aggies, I believe in you. Class of 2021, this is your launch day. As graduates of Texas A&M University, you are trained, fueled, and ready for the mission ahead. May God richly bless you on your journey. Gig 'em. As is often the case in Aggieland, traditions emerge and take on a life of their own. Today we'll close with two of those traditions. I will first read the closing paragraph from Regents Professor Emeritus Dr. Stephen Curley's book, Aggies by the Sea, and then conclude with the ringing of the ship's bell to signify the changing of the watch. From Aggies by the Sea. Texas A&M University at Galveston is of, for, and by the sea. It educates men and women about the science, engineering, business, and humanities involving the ocean. It measures time by the names of tropical storms and hurricanes. A thin bascule bridge links its campuses on two fragile barrier islands. It is connected to the larger world by a fleet of seagoing vessels that train merchant mariners, collect marine specimens, and extend its reputation globally. Like an ocean wave, it has its share of falls and rises, and its energy has swelled into amazingly beautiful and complex forms. The wind of history playing on its surface has filled the air with a fine spray, the tang of salt, the spume of water, and the savor of life. These are beautiful words to remember this special place. And now, according to a time-honored tradition of the sea, the ship's bell will be struck 8 times to signify the changing of the watch. Channing Green completed her studies with the highest overall grade point average, graduating magna cum laude, and has earned the honor of striking the ship's bell. She has earned a Bachelor of Science degree in marine biology. Come on up, Channing. Okay. She will strike the bell 8 times, representing a changing of the watch at Texas A&M University at Galveston as the fall 2021 graduating class embarks on the next stage of their lives. Thank you, Channing. Well done. Congratulations, graduates. Your work is done. We have the watch.
Please rise for the playing of the Spirit of Aggieland. Following the Spirit, please remain seated for the recessional of graduates and stage party. Thank you for attending, and please, safe travels home this evening.
And welcome to the stage to our Fighting Texas Aggie Yell leaders to lead us.